Fortnite Battle Pass. Come over here, someone.
Gavin had to fill his spots, and look what he wrote right here.
Huh.
Did you see it?
That's pretty funny, actually.
That's not funny.
That's funny. Let the record show he wrote the word crap. C-R-A-P. Crap.
And
Intel NUC Extreme 12. Core i9. And this would be an RTX 5070. It's really tiny. Look at this little power adapter cable there. So today, we're going to see if we can put a 5080 in. Well, these are both Founders Editions. With apparently, a 2-slot size. I got my family right next to me, so I apologize. Son's playing Fortnite Battle Pass. That's why I was singing that. I don't really have a very large office, so, or my work area. This is where I do all this is my project room, where I do all of my 3D printing stuff. Wait, that little screen. Oh, they had a lot there. This, my friend, is a 5070 with a 2-slot design that fits in there perfectly and it works really, really well. Founders Edition. I know this guy yet. I got a new power adapter. The same. Oh, I think I have 3. Do you need 3? I something comes in. I'm about to find out. I think I have 3. That's a good question. I did look to see the power supply requirements. I think 470 watt and then 3 watt. And I did research. I believe it's fine. But 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. This weird box design. 5070 had the same kind of cool. I mean, the weight isn't this corrugated thing. Holy smokes! I do not believe that's going to fit. Wow, that is way bigger than I thought it would be. Like way bigger. Way bigger. It's still a 2-slot design. It's only like that much taller. Like a little over an inch, like an 1.25 inches taller. About 30 millimeters. Taller. Same width though. Just taller. Are we gonna be able to close the case on this? Okay, we'll fit lengthwise. Height-wise is going to be my biggest concern. These guys are going to have to come up into the back, around and up around with the pigtail adapter that it comes with. Oh, I gotta switch this line, guys. Bring with me. Switch cables. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, this is good. Actually, it might fit. It just might fit. Oh, can you see it? Oh, I can see it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. All connected. Now, can I shove these straight down in there? I mean, I guess I could. No, that's not gonna be enough. I mean, heck, even with this sticking up, will it close? Okay, the question is, will this even shut? Oh man, you gonna get a crack connector. Might be 5070. 5070, 100%, you're fine in here. 5080, yeah, bro, you are not closing this thing. I could be wrong, but it looks like this shroud is attached to the fans. In other words, it's not a bracket. So in other words, we get thinner fans. We technically could shrink it down, come downwards with it. I got 2 more months left in my warranty. It's worth the effort. We got the Wi-Fi cables coming routing through this fan shroud. Where's these? Oh, I see. Yeah, I will be able to see. You can hold like a little bottom tap into there. So it's fan 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Let's go and put it. 4 connector. I say we take these power cables here and route them out through here and up. I'm gonna destroy my NUC and it won't work anymore.
Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you, sir. How do you get the power supply out? I do not know. Do not know. Just be these 4 screws right here. It might be 1, 2, Control. I had a 3080 in here before. Oh, I see. I put this whole bracket right here now. The power supply just sit on top of that bracket. And this USB. Okay. Okay. There's nothing plugged into this guy. Okay, there's a fat cable here right through. Oh, that's the power cable. All right. Power supply is out. Oh yeah, there we go. More screws down here. So we got another screws. I just need to get these cables here routed up underneath and through here to come up on the top up here. Oh, I see. This is just the side of the hand here. All right, the power cable is out. Now we'll slide this back in its hole. How did that go? Oh, I see further down. Here we go. Screw it back into the right hole there. All right, power supply back in. Okay. They're now rerouted. All right, step number 2. Okay. Triple splitter. Nobody wants a big fat honking computer anymore. At least I don't. I want the smallest footprint size possible. That's the number 1 for me on my top of my list. So there are no fans or anything on the back that these cables could impede from turning. The only downside now is these cables are a lot longer. So I don't have enough room to shove all this in here like an accordion. Alright, so these got to turn sideways to go down in snugly. I'm trying to be as careful as I can not to push force outwards to crack that PCIe connector. Okay, so I'll cut that down like that. Push this down, push that down. Okay. You can see this guy here a little bit. Man, that is about as flat as you're going to get. Okay, so that does close with no fans. All right, now let's see if we can get a little creative. Let me just put a few screws in here. Let's just see where we're at. Now that I got the cables all rerouted. Yeah. It's not going to close all the way, man. I mean, I can leave it like that. Can you put the side panel on? Let's see. Can't open it right. It seems like I've always wondered. I know they're keyed. There's always going to hold it in the way. I still don't have my thing top guide anymore. Okay, now it's pushing on the side. This right here is pushing. It's leveraging it out and pushing out. Can we unhinge this and raise this? You know what? I'm going to take this power cable out so I'm not accidentally destroying anything. Okay, so that screw goes into there to hold it in. That one goes into there to hold that one in. Right? Jer. So, these are also ports at the front. Let's see if we can somehow get access to the second screw for that hinge. Wouldn't that be freaking amazing if I can like do this and then we 3D print some bracket that fits into here on the top? It just elevates this thing by, and we don't have to cut anything. Your NUC just gets a little taller. What is this? Is this a diffuser or is this actual LED? No, it's actual LED right there. It's not a diffuser, and that did nothing. Freaking to that screw. How do you get that screw? Is this a snap on? Alright. Cleaning, got to seal. 4 inches on it. 2 12. Let's go 13. Come on, it's up. Okay, Oh, okay. That released really, really well. Yeah, and there's cables down here at the bottom. All right, here, let's look at that. Can you see? No, can you see my finger? Oh, yeah, there are cables right here on the bottom. Gotta be careful with. But that's all I needed was just enough to unscrew this. Be careful because it's gonna go flying once I take the screw out. I just need that to stay there for just a little bit. All right, stay right there. Be gentle with this bracket. You know where to crack that thing. All right, so shove this guy down there. Oh, yeah. Okay, right, there's nothing else we need to be concerned about. Just raise that 3D printer bracket. Just come in here. We'll help fill in this hole. Come over here. So we got a screw. We would screw the hole here. Another screw hole would go there. Yeah. Okay, let's see what it looks like with the panels on. Okay, that fits beautifully. Okay, and how is this? So we just have 3, 1, 2, 3 pieces we would just need a 3D print to slide into. Okay, we got it all plugged in. Again, I'm just not pushing this down because I'm gonna have to take measurements. RTX 5080 to get the highest measurement. Auto hotspot, yeah. I'll read the highest. 151, 157. Average temp that I'm getting. Let's look at the video card. $99 degrees. Interesting. I'm assuming that's because the compute unit is behind this guy. You're seeing the pass-through heat from the compute unit. Yeah, those fans aren't even turned on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some temperature readings from another unit. We have more than one of these, and I will see what its thermals are. If they are in line around that 150, 160 degree temperatures. Alright, I think that's enough. Let's do some thermal testing. Sorry, just take a direct reading. 171! 170! 172! Alright, here's machine number 2. And it's sitting at about a 130. I'm going through the fan shroud though, but that's, yeah, you're looking, oh, that's a good one right there. I seriously had no idea what I was getting myself into. Wish me luck. We're trying it with PETG with some carbon fiber additives in there. I find it with a hard nozzle it prints extremely well, so we'll see how it goes. This will be print number like 60. Alright, here's the finished product. You can put a screw in here if you don't want it to tilt and lift open, but that's how it works. If you want to, I don't know why you'd even want to service it, but these panels slide on with your 2 hooks here. And those go off. Show you the back. So again, you can put screws here in the back to keep it from lifting as well. This screw keeps this bottom plate from coming out completely. I did not put anything down here to keep it from lifting. Sometimes it'll catch and lift this up, but it's okay. As long as this machine stays stationary, you'll be fine. You put screws here in the front, on the back and the front, and it'll tilt and pivot on that guy like that. And we also have made a back plate. So these 2 hooks, we have hooks here and a hook here. and it's got hooks here and here. So you just slide that guy on like that. But the only downside is if you do that, this guy will hit and it won't let it open anymore. It won't tilt when you put that back piece on. I don't know, I could redesign that, I think, but I would think most people aren't going to be lifting this thing up and servicing it. But yes, I figured I'd show you what the 5080 looks like in here so you can get an idea. There's your 5080. Cables just go down in there. So reassemble, put your side case back on. Slide that down. And you put it on. And again, you just slide these pieces on that away. And this piece screws down. If you take this portion off, it bolts down into here. Just let me show that. Again, these just snap in. Hopefully we can get a good view of this. So I put a screw kind of as flat as I could into here. That one just threads directly in, self-tapping, and this one over here is a self-tapper as well, but you could do any size on that. I just did a regular socket screw on that one. They come through on the back here. There. So you basically slide this in. There's a piece here that it notches into. And this goes nowhere. So make sure my cables are still connected. They are. Alright, so let's snap that down. Bring that guy down. Grab our side case. It's perfect for me. Now I've got an Intel NUC Extreme 12 with a RTX 5080 in it, and it works just fine.